Fake Gear. Now, this is about as close as I can get to genuinely doing a first ever time hearing a band who I know are quite popular with a lot of my followers on places like Discord. Honestly, do you know, the weird thing is with Fake Gear is that I've heard the name so many times, and I'm sure I have never heard them before. I really don't think I've ever heard them before. I know there's always a possibility that someone might say to me, oh, Howard, they would play to you during like a live stream in 2019 or something. Maybe that happened, but I just do not remember ever hearing this band, and yet I've heard so many people talk about them, and the fact that they're like a steampunk metal band, it even says that in the description right below the video. Now, the funny thing is, every time I think of them, my brain is automatically drawn to Yosei Teikoku, who I did hear, and I remember very vividly hearing Yosei Teikoku and being kind of impressed. I haven't followed up on them as much as I should have done, actually. But yeah, that was years ago as well. That was like a good 3 or 4 years ago now that I like gave them a proper listen. So, you know, I know enough people are into Fake Gear. It's time for me to find a listen now. This song is called This Fate. Talk about going for a titular title. Featuring Nana and Hashimura. I can't read the last kanji, so it's Hashimura something. Don't know who those two people are. There's about a billion people called Nana in Japan, so that doesn't help me much. And I don't know who Hashimura is either. So there's a lot going on here. And guys, if you are a Fake Gear fan, you're going to have to help me unpack this one and maybe suggest more songs after this. But Fake Gear, not really familiar with them except for the steampunk metal side. I know those are factors. Nana, don't know who that is. Don't know who Hashimura is. Don't know who any of the features are. This is going to be really bizarre. There's almost 5 minutes worth of it. I'm going to jump in, enjoy my first reactions, like, subscribe, all the YouTuber stuff, and then help me move the journey on forwards from here if you want me to. Let's go. Okay, that was a bit sudden. Okay, we are definitely going for the metal approach. Is it really stereotypical that I think the violinist looks like Jill from Unlucky Morpheus? Okay, it's a real wall of... I think it's Jill, right? It's a real wall of sound. But it's interesting because under that wall of sound there is a lot of... I love the chord structure of this, which is being fed into a lot by Jill's violin? Is Jill's surname Hashimura? I love when you got subtitles taking up the whole screen. They're certainly playing around and doing a lot of interesting things. I respect that. And what was up with that weird shaped symbol I saw? Yeah, the one that looks like a... Oh, it looks like a gear. If that's not Jill, then I'm going to get so many people telling me off. I'm sure it's Jill. I really like her voice. I'm 50-50 on the growl stuff. But that's just my taste. Keychains! Yeah. I think the interplay between the two vocalists is really a big part of what's making that work. The call and answer nature. That is a high note. Woo. All right. This was interesting. Joe, the funny thing is that when this started, let's let the advert go up. All right, there we go. I thought he was saying it was in Vintage Vanguard. No, the Vanguard of Hades. That is a proper metal title for an album. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who the guests are here. I don't know who the innate members of the group are, so this is really interesting. So I've got to make a first impression based on this, which is going to be really cool. The funny thing is, I'll just quickly add this in, it's not so important, but the first thing I noticed when the video started is like, is that the same ornate room that is like a movie, like a music video set that's used by a lot of bands, including Unlucky Morpheus? And then I saw the violinist, I was like, is that Unlucky Morpheus' violinist? But anyway, this song itself was a very interesting approach to, because it was clearly turn it up to 11 at all times. You know, it was loud, 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 loud. A few tiny bits where it, like, let off for a bit. But the funny thing is that when that can sometimes be, you know, nearly 5 minutes for a song to do that can be something that usually doesn't work. This had a lot of interesting things that made it work much better than you'd expect it to. I mean, for a start, the interplay between the two vocalists was really cool. The way it went from sung vocalists to the growl vocals. The growl vocals were not so much my thing, but it was done sparingly in little, you know, goes between the two. And as well, it was the fact that they were mixed into the song well. So it wasn't like, I've said this sometimes, like the metal groups I really can't abide the ones where they just like get the growl vocal and they turn it up super loud and it sounds really weird. This was nice because it sort of mixed in with the whole sound, gave like a very like a gritty edge to it. But yeah, I think if it had just been that, it probably wouldn't have worked for me. But bouncing between that and the sung vocals themselves were very smooth. So having the two, you know, brought the most out of each other. I also thought that the song structure as well, yeah, the whole chord pattern, it flowed and it went through an interesting journey. It wasn't just riff, riff, riff. It actually had like a classical quality. You know, those sort of beautiful developing chord patterns that you get when you include a violinist and when you have a good songwriter. Whoever wrote this, you know, clearly put a lot of attention into giving the song, you know, real development, a really interesting melody and chord pattern. And you know, when you have a song which can be both heavy but also have, you know, genuinely good writing at the chord, that makes it really interesting. So this was one of those ones where I'm definitely going to have to hear more to get a proper context and a proper opinion, and also know who's actually in the band. But this was better than, I think if you just played me a quick clip of like 5 seconds ago, do you think you'll like that? I'll probably be like, oh, I don't know. But like now I've listened to it, I was like, yeah, that was actually pretty fun, pretty enjoyable. It definitely felt like the emotion was there. It felt like there was intelligence in the songwriting. You know, sorry, damning with faint praise a bit there. But you know, it felt like the songwriting had purpose to it. It felt like it was developing, and yeah, the use of the violin was beautiful as well. This was cool. I definitely need to hear more to know more. But this is an interesting start, and I guess the most important thing, I kind of want to know more. This has got me intrigued to hear more of what they're like. So let me know. Get in the comments, tell me, give me some suggestions, and maybe I'll check out more of Fake Gear. But there you go. That is, as far as I'm aware, the first time I've ever heard them. So, yeah, like I say, get in the comments, tell me what you're thinking, until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.